So stay tuned. There's going to be a Drake real It's not even an album, it's a mixtape. But there's an album that's probably going to come out soon. I just started watching X-Men, the classic X-Men from the 90s on Disney Plus, so I'm enjoying that.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm traversing through the Marvel comic universe from the beginning, so I'm still keeping myself occupied a little bit. Machine Masters battles. Have you been watching those yet? I keep asking you every episode. And you still haven't gotten into it.
What is it?
The Machine Masters battles. The artists from the 90s and the 2000s, and they just go hit for hit against each other. There was Teddy Riley and Babyface was the talk of the town last week, and then before that,
what is this on?
It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. It's
okay.
Machine Masters. It's run by Timbaland and Swizz Beatz.
Okay.
And they're basically putting, they're putting these artists against each other. It was T-Pain versus Lil Jon one week. It was Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh.
You have been telling me about these, and it's going in one ear and out the other.
Asshole. But the people that are listening, I'm sure they're keeping up. The last week was Bone Thugs versus 3-6 Mafia. And it ended up not happening because I believe it was Busy Bone got a call or a DM from somebody like 5 minutes before it was supposed to start saying, y'all can do this battle and we'll pay you instead of doing it for free. And they canceled it right at the last minute.
What?
So, yeah, Bone Thugs versus 3-6 Mafia. It did not happen, but that would have been I don't know.
Pretty good.
That would have been pretty good, but I feel like I would have fell asleep. I'm not really a 3-6. I don't know. I think maybe during the time period when they were both rocking, I was a little bit young to really appreciate their music.
Right.
But I respect the fact that they both got hits. I probably would more rock with 3-6 Mafia just because I know about like I'ma stay high. So I don't know, man. Did you have a fan in Bone Thugs or 3-6? Were either one of those like a part of your?
Yeah, I mean, I was a big Bone Thug fan, but I mean, I like 3-6 too. So I mean, I don't know which one I would pick, to be honest.
Well, how do you feel about the battles in general? Like, is that something that you're interested in? I know you're not really on Instagram that much, but
I think I need to watch it. I think I need to really give it a sit down and watch it and see what it's like, what it's all about. So I don't want to hate.
I don't want to hate on it, but my thing about it is I'm an audio tech, so I don't want to hear y'all playing stuff. You got your phone set up, and then I'm listening to the air from your. They're just playing it.
Yeah.
I was to play something on the episode. They're just playing it like that. Like, I don't want to hear your songs like that. I can't party like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting staring at my phone. So if you're a person that stares at your phone a lot, I get it. But I'm a musical person where I like to hear the music and I like to hear the full dynamic of the music.
I got you.
Which is the segments transitions perfectly into my next subject. Did you hear the new Tekashi 6ix9ine song? Or should we say Tekashi Snitch 9?
I actually got to watch the video, and I do like the video.
The video has some visuals. My goodness.
The video is stupid. The video is literally stupid, ridiculously fun to watch.
There's not a natural ass in sight. However, some of these plastic surgeons have given God something to work on.
Right.
Take notes, God, on those, because these asses that are being created right now. Good Lord, boy. Yeah, but that's getting aside from the point. We all know the story of Tekashi 6ix9ine, and for all of my, 40 and uppers that may not keep up with Tekashi 6ix9ine, he is a rapper from New York. He basically came up on a lot of violent, aggressive, trolling type rapping, where when he had an issue with rappers, he just would jump on the track and say, "Fuck you, I'll fuck your mama, I'm gonna kill you when I see you, I'm gonna slap you, you a bitch." And he would call your name out, and he just was real abrasive. He's a light-skinned Latino type dude. He got a long rainbow-colored hair. He got golds in his mouth. He got tats everywhere from head to toe, face, whatever. He runs with Treyway gang. He was claiming Treyway. They backed him financially. They backed him with his security. Everywhere he went, he was throwing up their signs. And if you look at him, His name's Daniel Hernandez, and if you look up videos from him and his Instagram pictures from, I don't know, 4 years ago, not even that long ago, he's just a regular kid from New York, man.
Are you serious? No tats, nothing like that?
No tats or nothing, no hair, nothing. Short hair, looks like he was in class on time and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, like, so he went from that guy to being this, you know, whatever. He's supposed to be the king of the gang. He's supposed to be and he's not even playing like he's the entertainment portion of the gang. He's the goon squad.
Right.
He running around with guns. He's doing all types of coonery and buffoonery. All right, whatever. When the shit hits the fan and the feds come knocking because they tired of seeing the gangsters that they've been chasing around for years, now they running around on music videos and on tour. And by the way, Tekashi 6ix9ine exceeded fame. His videos, everything he does on Instagram, everything he does on YouTube gets millions upon millions of views.
That's so crazy.
Everything he does breaks the record on views.
I don't even understand that, though. Because it's not even, like, what I've seen so far, it's not even nothing that great. Like, I really don't get it. How do you get so many damn views? But I guess it's just that publicity, that bullshit that he's throwing out there. I mean, what is it?
That's what it is, bro. It's the buffoonery. So it's not just the music. It's all the fucking buffoonery that goes on his Instagram and all that shit like that, man.
I love that word.
He's using all of that shit to boost himself, and that's what a lot of artists do. But he's the king of that shit. You dig what I'm saying? He's the king troll. When the shit hits the fan, he ends up snitching on everybody. All the gangsters that was watching his back.
How many people you think he got locked up?
Oh, it was big. It's the biggest organized crime bust since I think Sammy the Bull.
Are we doing sports bets?
Are we doing sports bets on his head?
Yeah.
I don't know how much money we're gonna make because Tekashi 6ix9ine dropped the track yesterday, and even in the track, he laughs, ha 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 ha, and his face turns into a cartoon rat. So he's adopting the 8 Mile strategy. If you say everything bad about yourself ahead of time, what can people say about you? What can people come at you with if you talk about yourself? So we've already seen George Zimmerman do what he did, and he walking the streets. I mean, I don't know. Tekashi 6ix9ine gonna walk the streets, bro. I don't think nothing gonna happen to him. I don't really think nothing gonna happen to him because the code that existed in the early 2000s and the 90s doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. I
it's
mean,
still shocking he has that many fucking hits on his damn videos.
He does, man. And if you listen to his music, it's not even anything that's really talent. It's not. I mean, there's no musical ability. So we're gonna play that shit right now.
Talking into a mic.
So I mean, you hear him, you know what I'm saying? He's still on his same shit. He don't give a fuck. I mean,
yeah.
Are you dumb, stupid, or
whack,
dumb? Huh? Play me like a dummy. Are you dumb? Huh?
What? So whack. I'm sorry, the lyrics are fucking whack.
That shit's terrible, yo. So, I mean, this is what the type shit is. This is what the game is, man. And he got 42 million views right now, bro. This shit is number 1 on YouTube right now, bro. Listen to this shit, yo.
Damn. I know it's garbage, though. I noticed that he says a lot of words over and over.
Exactly.
He can't think of anything else to say, so he's like trying to rhyme shit, but it ain't making no sense.
And that's like the part right there where he said, aha. If you've seen the video, look at the video. When he says aha, his face turns into a cartoon rat.
Exactly, yeah.
So he don't even care like that. That's what his like. He know he's done his research. He was in Big PC when he was locked up. So Tekashi 6ix9ine out here getting the check, man. But the culture right now is allowing that to happen. Exactly. The culture is not respecting itself right now, and I don't like that shit. And a lot of it has to do. Go ahead.
No, you good, man. I was just gonna say, I think there's a lot of people that just don't understand what it means, what the culture is. They just listen to shit and they're like, oh yeah, that shit hot. Oh yeah, he hot. They're not really listening to anything behind that. There's no substance. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's hollow. It's run down. It's watered down.
It's true. It's shallow. Exactly. It's really watered down, and it's like. And then you gotta think of it too. He also knows that there's a lot of people listening to it that don't like it. Like there's me. Like I listened to it 4 times today, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Baseline. If you listen to it with like speakers, I like watching it. I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm not. He was doing. I mean, every part of it. I mean, apparently he bought a billboard in Times Square or something that says like King of New York or some shit like that. Like he bought it's like a bright ass billboard. Yeah, like damn. He's really, really, really like just really whipping his dick out on everybody and pissing on them. And I guess if that's what he's doing and that's what the culture is right now and it's what allowing it is what it is. But the problem is the culture is affected by some deep-rooted, I guess a lot of people call it systematic oppression. That's the word that you hear thrown around a lot. On the podcast, I want to start getting into some of these things and empowering some people and just giving some knowledge about some of these systematic oppressions that got us to the place where gentlemen or whatever you want to call like Tekashi 6ix9ine can exist. He shouldn't even be able to exist, but the reason there is because the culture is in a place mentally where there's a lot of self-loathing, and we got to get away from that shit. But I don't want to dive too deep into that. I do want to stay in that same vein because there was a young man by the name of Ahmaud Arbery, and if those that haven't heard about it, he was out jogging in February in Georgia, and he had an encounter with 2 Caucasian gentlemen, and during that encounter, he was shot. And yeah, the gunshot wounds ended up being fatal, and it's just I don't even have a lot of words right now, so we're gonna take a little break. When we come back, I did want to get into the details of the event and get Lucho Speaks' reaction on it because I know Lucho Speaks looked it up, so I want to get his reaction and just get into it a little bit and pay our respects to this man because he's not just a name, he's not just a story, he's not just a tweet, he's not a meme, he's a person, he's a whole human being. His birthday was on May 8th. So when we get back from this break, we're going to talk about Ahmaud Arbery, we're going to do the strain review, and we're going to do a couple other things before we finish off the show. And this is another episode of the ChildsPlay Podcast. This is your boy DJ Child, Lucho Speaks. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, what's up, what's up? We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, motherfuckers. Stay tuned. Hey.
¿Qué pasó, mi gente? It's Lucho Speaks in the house.
Yo, what up, DMV? Right. It's your boy, DJ Child. Thanks for tuning in to the ChildsPlay Podcast. We'll be right back.
Yep. I say, bro, shit like, whoa. Yeah,
hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy, DJ Child, a.k.a. the OG Millennial, and we're back. Thank you for staying here with us for the ChildsPlay Podcast. Of course, Lucho Speaks is still here with me.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
And before we went away last time, we were talking about the Ahmaud Arbery situation, but we're going to jump back real quick to Tekashi 6ix9ine. There was a couple points that I did skip over. I wanted to jump back into.
Okay.
50 Cent was one of his supporters when he was free originally, before all the shit happened. And he was co-signing with him a lot, calling him his son, co-signing that he was king of New York, all that type shit. So 50 Cent had a follow-up quote about a week ago, and his tune has changed a little bit.
With Tekashi 6ix9ine, if he wanted to record it. I would work with him. But still just, what it is just against the way I grew up. I didn't know, like, I don't think you